Oh, yeah.
Oh, have you seen those chickens over at Walmart in the toy section? We were over there the other day. This little girl was walking through at a little like C's age. I've never wanted to beat a child to death with a hammer that much in my life. She's
You
like,
realize this is on tape, right?
Time will come and time will go. The years will pass us by. When I think about it, it always makes me smile. You might think the decade you grew up in was the greatest. There was nothing better than growing up as a kid in the 80s.
Welcome back, 80s allies. It is now our third season. We're here again. It's Jim, it's Larry, it's Jim, and all our wonderful friends who we bring along on this train ride to wherever we're going to go, but you know it's going to be a good time.
You know what I love is that we're opening up and Hogan is already being abused.
Yes, it does my heart good to see probably one of the greatest foreign heels in the Iron Sheik, a legitimate Sheik at that point, driving that jabroni Hogan into oblivion.
You know, we should mention this is our first show since it's happened, so
Yes.
we just want to send a shout out to the family, friends, and fans of Khosrow Hussein Vaziri, who was the Iron Sheik. He passed away in between seasons, and certainly a guy that we are huge fans of, obviously, here at the show, and he will be greatly missed.
Yes, we are humbled.
Yes, very much so. So, rested in paradise, Iron Sheik.
Of course you will, Bubba. Of course
Of
you will.
course, Bubba.
Of course, Bubba.
I love the Sheik.
Oh.
What have you been doing?
Oh, well, what have I been doing? Well, I started back up at Penn State University. Gonna go try to get that master's degree.
Outstanding.
And push my foot forward to some higher education, which might benefit us in the long term.
We can
because
hope.
of that one thing that you said in the video. And if I do get to achieve that level of greatness, hopefully, then that's going to be the buffer for when you actually see me achieve that greatness. Also, while I was doing that, I delivered a wonderful speech for Veterans Day, which we are eventually going to edit and post up so you can see that, because we believe in freedom of speech here.
Absolutely. Well, not only that, but it was a fantastic speech, and you did a great job on it, sir.
Thank you.
I apologize I couldn't be there in person. Unfortunately, I had to go make money.
Yeah, that thing that gets in the way.
Yeah, because
feeding your family and
right,
whatnot.
right, because the show is not yet generating enough income because not enough people are liking, sharing, and subscribing. So, do the thing now. So, until that happens, I still have a day job like you do.
Yes. But I understand you've been up to some stuff too. What you been going on in
you
your
know,
world?
well,
what you been going on in your world?
Was
You
that-
can see that some things have never changed.
Is that even English?
No, that was a word salad that I just kind of came up with.
I've been trying to prepare for this season because we have 8 episodes this season.
Yes, it is going to be a plethora of fun around here.
So I've been filming and editing like crazy so that we can keep on a schedule and keep stuff coming out. As our regular fans know, that's been a struggle as we've been getting started and building up. So, I've been doing all that type of stuff. Plus, I took my mother she's 75 this year, and I took her to Disney.
Oh, big fun.
We went to Disney. We had an absolute blast. And the funny thing is, before going, I've never been a Disney guy. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm doing this. She's going to enjoy it, but it'll be fun watching her enjoy it. She's been a Disney fan her whole life. And then we got there. I had a blast.
Of course you did.
I had so much fun. It was such a great time. So shout out to Natalie, the woman who helped set the trip up for us, and my buddies that went with me there, Mark and Jeremy and Surrogate Larry.
Larry was there.
Otherwise known as Dave. He was there,
Yes.
and we had a wonderful time. Plenty of Star Wars love going on when we were at the Star Wars area.
Of course.
Yes. So I bought a lightsaber like I needed that.
No, well, we buy lots of things that we need.
This is true. But, we've had, it's a lot of catching up to do.
Lots of catching up.
A lot of catching up to do. And, going into this season, we've developed a lot of friends. A lot of friends.
Lot
and
of
so
friends.
we wanted to catch up with some of them, and that would include our good friend Alan down at Eternia Dreams and his team, and of course our buddies Clint and Tony over at the Tatted Toy Guys. And it just so happened that they were each was having something exciting going on while we were there. So without any further ado, let's get you caught up with those guys. Hey, Alex, we're back here at Eternia Dreams, giving you an update on the things.
Is that where we are?
We are.
Oh, wow.
And we're giving you an update on the things that you may have missed while we've been away in between seasons, if you will. Things have really changed around here.
Yeah, there's so much going on here. I had to stop myself because I kept looking around. In fact, you know what? Why don't we have the cameraman follow us?
Yeah.
See, one of the wonderful things about Eternia Dreams is they open multiple stores now. One of them, Nikki Sweets.
Absolutely.
Nikki's got her own place right now, and it's full of good stuff that'll rot your teeth and your brain.
All kinds of candy that I remember from when we were young. For
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
There's the Pop Rocks. You got the mini Chickles. And what's interesting about these is I remember that there used to be an actual little mini dispenser that you could get.
Yes.
That looked like a little tiny gumball machine back in the day. They don't have those, but at least they still have the mini Chickles.
Bottle caps used to come in 3 packs. Remember the 3 packs you
Yes.
had to open up, and you usually pass them out for Halloween.
Indeed.
And speaking of Halloween, we got the Pixie Sticks. Hello.
You know how much you love Pixie Sticks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's nothing more fun than trying to.
Just remember Pixie Sticks, the cocaine of childhood. The die-cast has its own location now. Let's check it out.
You got tracks, you got play sets, you got individual cars. As you can see, the Super Mario line and the different lines that they have there. Barbie, Disney, NWO. When was the last time you saw an NWO die-cast car?
Quite a long time ago. Did you ever have one of those from the Hot Wheels, the little city thing where the...
I think that was a prerequisite to be a kid to have one of those.
Certainly in our era,
You
yeah.
also needed to have a Hot Wheels track, which also doubled as a paddle when you were bad.
I was never bad. Anyway, that's not all here.
Lies make baby Jesus cry, Jim.
Alan has also opened a Starship Lex in honor of his daughter. And of course, this is focused on Pops, so that way they're all in one spot in the event that you have some Pops and what you're looking for. They're right there. I have no idea what Larry is doing. Yes, the last time we were here when Eternia Dreams was opening this location, there was a comic area coming. Well, now it's completely open and ready to go. And as we walk back, you'll even notice they've got a guest today. A fellow YouTuber, Pixel Dan, is here signing copies of his book on Masters of the Universe toys. So it's just all kinds of great things going on here at Eternia Dreams as always. So as you can see, lots of great things still going on here at Eternia Dreams. Alan and his team still doing an amazing job. You know what we should do?
What should we do?
We need to check in on our friends down at the Tatted Toy Guys and such. I'll tell you what, let's just do it real quick, shall we?
3, 2,
2, 1.
Jim! Jim, where'd you go, buddy? Jim! Well, we're here at the new location of the Tatted Toy Guys, the same location that we opened up on. I guess we meet Jim later. From what I understand, he was at their new ice cream shop. You know what? Let's go get Jim and then come back here and we'll have our conversation. Follow me. Ladies and gentlemen, we are stepping into Figments and Sprinkles, which is an association with the Tatted Toy Guys, and it smells amazing in here.
Now, of interest, this, Larry, we should inform the audience, This used to be the original Tatted Toy Guys location.
This was. We've actually been in the back room, but not since they moved the freezers in.
Yes, that was where the plush room was
Yeah.
originally.
And where that purple earhead is now,
Yes.
that used to be a captive store.
Yes. Yes.
Over there used to be, I'm guessing this counter where you paid.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So anyway, we're gonna partake here
Yes.
and find out what the story is. Let's do it.
So how long have you been hanging out here?
Well, for a while. Oh, sorry, you were talking to me. You were talking to me.
Mullet seems to be admiring the deer head there.
Yeah. I ran into a relative of his recently.
You sure his relative didn't run into you?
Technically, he ran into me.
Well, no, he backed up and ran over it again.
Oh.
He misses the deer sometimes.
I wish.
This is the only known guy to die of brain freeze. See what I mean?
Oh, well, you sure did.
What monstrosity did you get?
Yes, look at this thing. It's gorgeous. Thank you very much.
What is this?
Look at this.
What is this?
This is beautiful. Is what? Hang on, I'm gonna even color coordinate my spoon.
Oh, just wait until you use
Well, yeah, it looks like a Jackson Pollock.
I mean, what? This is an orange dream. We've got some nerds on here and some sprinkles.
the spoon changes color.
How is it?
Yep.
First of all, it's really good.
Oh, look at that. It turned green.
Yeah. But let me tell you what this does, honestly. What Clint and Tony have done is they've created a place where this is just, it's a fantasy. And it's exploded all over the place. You've got, there's even snozberries that you can get as an option. And I'm sure the snozberries taste like snozberries. This is excellent. But what we need to do is we need to get back to the shop.
Well, Jim gives himself diabetic shock. We will magically appear there.
All right, so we're here at the Tatted Toy Guys, and it is Double Dare Day here, and Mark Summers is going to be here shortly. But you and I have found the largest nose that I think I've ever seen.
Well, the thing is you and I have a nose for talent, and we hit it right on the nose.
Ignore him. And any
No, pay more attention to me, because I knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right. But Clint and Tony and a friend of theirs worked very, very hard to bring this, one of the stunts that was part of the obstacle course on Double Dare, to life. They built this, folks. Mark Summers didn't bring this with them. They built this right here. And later on, people are going to stick their hand up the nostril and look for a flag, or alternatively, get slimed in the process.
This right here is separation of going home with a t-shirt or learning how to fly a rocket ship.
What?
Yeah, that's what they did. They sent them to NASA so they could fly on the rocket ship. You know, you had to qualify by collecting 8 of these things. Remember?
In order to qualify for this, you've got to collect tickets by going to participating vendors all over town and participating in physical challenges. So we're at Funk's Brewing Company right here in downtown Elizabethtown, and they actually have another location in the Lehigh Valley.
Yes, they do.
And I've been to that one. This is the first time I've been here, and we're about to try some of their wares here, if you will.
Yes, you got the blood orange. I got the silent luau, and I figured you'd get the silent luau because you're more the TV guy.
But I'm not really the IPA guy. This is a sour. The blood orange, it's fantastic, by the way.
This is it's a Hazy IPA that was brewed with pineapple. So
Check it out.
I guess we're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. What do you think?
That's all right.
Shall we? Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, indeed.
Here's to our interesting day, and boy, has it been interesting.
And now we're going to go out back and see what their Double Dare game is all about, shall we?
Yes. Now, we couldn't have done today without our favorite cameraman, the Masked Mullet. Mullet, how you feeling about today?
I'm feeling good. I got my PB&J drink and I'm ready to go.
Well, we want to thank you for everything that you have done for us over the past weekend. We understand the filming schedule has been hectic, but now we have a challenge for you.
Uh-oh.
The challenge is, can you beat that little girl?
I'll try.
Oh,
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Norm with Funk Brewing.
All right, excellent. And today you're going to be Mark Summers for your little adventure here, and your kids, as I understand it, are going to face off against the Masked Mullet and God help us, Larry. All right, I guess it is on you, sir, to give us the run here.
All right, I'm gonna tap my inner Mark Summers.
Here we go.
Everybody know what they're doing? Use those sponges. Oh, and those go on your heads. Hold them on top of your heads.
There we go.
There we go.
Absolutely.
All right, first one on you. Oh.
so we're taking the sponges, we're bringing the sponges out the thing.
Yep.
First one to the line wins.
You go two at a time if you want. Hey, you don't need goggles, do you? All right, you got them.
She's doing it for safety purposes.
Yeah, good call. Never too safe. Always be safe.
Absolutely.
All right. Gladiators ready? On your mark. Get set. Go!
Here we go. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Ben, turn it more upright.
Got everyone two-fisted here. What are you doing? You can lose this way. What are you doing? Get back out there. What are you doing? No, you can't do this. You cheat. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You no,
I'm gonna jump it on myself.
Oh no. Mullet, how you doing there?
I'm doing good.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Not as wet as him.
Thankfully, it's hot out.
Congratulations, you beat us. Oh, it was a hard-fought race. Oh, thank you, Mark.
Congratulations, competitors. Thank you.
It's all the fun at Funk's Brewing Company.
I need to hydrate again.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Well, this has been a great time here at the Tatted Toy Guys.
We met Mark Summers.
We did meet
We
Mark
met
Summers.
Mark Summers and talked about wrestling.
We did. It was a great time. We're going to talk all about it when we're back at the table for sure. You're going to hear some things that you never would believe about Mark Summers, and we'll just wait until
We'll just wait till we get back to the table.
It was a lot of fun.
You know what? Didn't we have a drinky poo down the way?
We did have a drinky poo down the way.
Let's finish the
Let's
day.
go have another drinky poo down
From
the way.
Jim, Larry, Jim, Mullet behind the camera. Thank you, allies. We'll see you.
See you
real
back
soon.
at the table. Well, we had a good time. You know, I loved
did.
you. I loved you with the Double Dare, the prop there.
Oh,
the
that
whole-
prop, that Double Dare prop was amazing. Meeting Mark Summers and then sitting there and having a conversation with Mark Summers about Bobby the Brain Heenan of all people.
So, for the sake of the audience, you know, we didn't have this footage, and we wouldn't have included it anyway.
we didn't even have the licensing for it because we weren't going to do that to Mark Summers.
Well, not only that, but I believe Mark is we would have had to pay him scale.
Oh, very much so.
And we don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, there's this thing about money.
Yeah,
We don't have it.
Right. But we did talk to him for an extended period of time, and prior to going into this, we were walking up. And, well, you should tell this part of the story because you had made up your mind what you were going to ask him.
Yes. So we're standing in line. It's you, me, and Mullet.
Yeah.
The wonderful masked Mullet, and he suffers us greatly when we go on these road trips.
He does.
He really, really does. But we're going up there, and they're like, "What do you want to ask him?" And like, I don't know. There's so many questions I want to ask him, but there's one key one that I wanted to get out there. So we get on the podium, and I know he's been asked every little question. It's like, what's it like being in Double Dare? What was it like working for this person? What was it like working for that person? So I get up there, and we start talking, and he turns to me and I go, "I have one question to ask you. What was it like working with Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon?" And at that point, he lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
He started answering questions, telling us about what it was like working with Bobby Heenan in Indianapolis when they were handing out programs together.
Yeah, that's the important part of the story is that what we learned was that he had known Bobby for years. They were friends.
Yeah.
And we were sort of like, wait, what? I mean, this is one of those things. Now, as people that are in the wrestling business, we've heard about Bobby Heenan forever.
Yes.
And we know intimately about his life and so on and so forth because people in the business are weird like that and we want to know about our heroes.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he and Mark were friends, and I doubt many people do know.
No.
And so he was telling us all this stuff about Bobby and how funny he was and all this great stuff, and we're just sitting there the whole time like he must have sat there and talked to us for what, 15 minutes?
5 to 7.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Whatever it was.
5 to 7.
It felt like that long.
Yeah.
It was an amazing, and when you're in line like that and there's people waiting, 5 or 7 minutes, that's a long time to stand and talk to people.
The biggest takeaway we got, there's two biggest takeaways. The first biggest takeaway is when we looked over our good friend, I forget who it was, that Clint or Tony that was doing us the favor of taking pictures.
I think it was Clint at that point that was taking photos. I think Tony was up front.
Okay, so Clint was taking pictures of us, and all of a sudden I hear, I'm
Poor
like,
Clint,
what is going on here? And then I look over,
Is this line?
and there's a line going down the thing and out the door, and it's snaking around, and I was like, oh, we got to get out of here.
Honestly, I think had there not been a line, I think that Mark would have stood there and talked to us all night long.
Oh, yeah, easily.
He was a really, really great guy. By the way, shout out to Mark Summers, who just celebrated his 72nd birthday. Happy birthday, Mark. Just a really great guy, and just amazing to meet him.
And the second takeaway is Bobby Heenan legitimately called Mark Summers looking for work in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And if it were not for the fact that he was currently in the wrestling business, or the wrestling business had not evolved to what it is today, had it been 20 years later, Bobby could have easily have worked in Hollywood.
Yeah, the funny thing was, Mark was telling us that the issue was he was trying to shop Bobby around like for a sitcom or something, and all these people in Hollywood were like, I've seen that guy on TV. He's a jackass.
Yeah.
We don't want to give him a job, But everything was kayfabe then.
Yeah.
People didn't realize he was performing. It wasn't. It was a work,
Yeah.
as they say in the business, and it wasn't real. And so as a result, Bobby didn't get work, but and ended up going to WCW instead. How different the wrestling
landscape.
business would have been had it gone the other way.
And I could see where Bobby was coming from. He saw Roddy Piper go off and do this. He saw Hogan go off and do this. He saw Jesse Ventura go off to Hollywood, and he just wanted to get a little piece for him for the quick-witted mind that he had.
Well, and I think there was also the fact that he was his neck was so bad at the time.
Yeah.
He couldn't be a manager anymore. He couldn't do anything else. So getting out of that physicality, I think, is really what he was looking for.
In fact, when he went off on Brian Pillman for touching his neck, that really, and if you want to go back through your WCW Nitro, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great experience.
It really, really was. And I want to point a couple things out, a couple things that have changed since then. So we were showing you that Alan down at Eternia Dreams, that he had that location that had all the Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars and stuff. So that guy never takes a break. He never settles down. They have closed that since we were there.
Oh,
yeah, they closed that. They still have the Starship Lex, and they still have the main store at the mall there. They're in Maryland, but now they also have a store in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. That's at the outlets in Gettysburg. They just opened it a few weeks ago, and as you guys are watching this on Black Friday, I'm sure they're doing major business. It's been very successful thus far. So now they have another location in another state, proving that Alan doesn't slow down for anybody. And they now have a mobile store.
Yes, I saw the mobile store just today.
Yeah, that he is taking places.
Not for nothing, and if you hear it within the sound of my voice, there's a couple of Creo G.I. Joe sets that I've been having my eye on.
Yes.
And if anybody takes them...
You know what? I will, now of course we're pre-recording this. At the time that this launches on YouTube, when our fans are watching this and liking, sharing, and subscribing...
We're really laying it thick on that today.
I will actually be down volunteering, so to speak, at Eternia Dreams for Black Friday, helping work the store.
Oh, wonderful.
So there's an upcoming segment, guys, that's going to show you what it's like to work in one of those stores, especially in one of the busiest shopping days of the year. So that should be very interesting.
Well, if you're down there and you see
I
them...
see them...
do something about
hide them in the back so you can get there or whatever.
Let Alan know that there's going to be, money in exchange for goods and services.
Well, if you're that interested in them, honest to God, when we get done here, just email the sales team on Facebook, and they will go ahead and give you a virtual tour if necessary, or hold them back and you can go ahead and pay for them and I can pick them up.
Oh, that would be
either way. Then that's available to anybody out there. So remember, Eternia Dreams sales team, if you want, they actually do virtual tours of the store. With a little video chat on your phone or whatever, you can shop remotely. So anybody, even if you're not in the Maryland area or in the Gettysburg area, and you want to shop for a fan that you have or a collector that you have for the holiday season, that option is available to you as well. But a lot of people ask me, they say, how does he do this or whatever? Because I guess people are all over him. Like, in this economy, how are you able to open another store? And you and I have known him now for 4 or 5 years.
Something like that.
And we've seen this guy. He doesn't sleep.
No.
He works like crazy. And that's how he does it. He works himself to the bone. And we actually had done an interview with him shortly before he opened that big store that's at the Westminster Mall now. And it's that interview only ever aired on the live stream that we did when they opened the store. So based on the fact that people keep asking how he did it, even though it's a bit dated, I felt that it was worthwhile to put it in here. So let's cut to that. At least you can hear how he did it.
What's up, guys? I'm Alan Samant, owner of Eternia Dreams, located in Tawnytown, Maryland. I started collecting Master Universe figures, and I realized that the only way I was going to get all the ones that I wanted was to buy collections. So then I'd go from this collection here, take a couple things I needed, and then I realized there was a big market for trading and selling. And then it's just within days, I started realizing, okay, well, now I have Star Wars, now I have G.I. Joe, now I have Transformers. Where do I want to go from here? And I was like, man, the idea of a toy shop my own way with my own views would work, and it became a reality.
Where did you open the first store?
I opened the first store in Littlestown, Pennsylvania. I actually gutted my entire garage. It was a two-car garage. We gutted it out. We insulated it, electrical, finished it, put in French doors, got permission from the town to change that part to commercial, and 29 days I closed it. I had trailers full of stuff, way too much stuff, too many people were coming, we couldn't fit enough people in, you had to wait outside to come into the store. So I came and got this building that I'm sitting in now, which is in Tawnytown, which total square footage with all the space in the back is like a little under 4,000. So that's where the 4,000 square foot of Pure Heaven came from. And then here we are. Now it's a storage facility because we're moving to a 10,000 square foot facility.
What made you want to open the pop-up location at the mall?
So the pop-up location, I'm going to give that credit to Nicole, my fiance. We were looking at avenues in which we could still sell toys, stay ourselves, but at the same time bring in a little bit more local exposure. because we were getting no foot traffic in Tarrytown. Like, what we wanted was to get people that weren't expecting to go visit a toy store this weekend and bring their family in and make a memory, because those people, you turn them into collecting again, becoming a collector, or they want to sell a collection. So when the pop-up idea happened, we went into the mall about a year ago, and they completely turned us down. They said, there's no way you're going to be able to fill up a spot. There's no market for it, blah, blah, blah. Year later, they called us and said that we've had a couple people, I guess, mention the idea of us coming to the mall. And then next thing I know, it became a reality, and probably the best move I've ever made in the business. Within 12 hours of opening the pop-up location, I realized I was understaffed, and the volume of toy that was going to move wasn't per se the toys that I was prepared to move. We're Master Universe, we're Star Wars, we're all this vintage nostalgia, we're that whole feeling of the 80s coming back and being relevant again. And in the mall, you've mixed the world together. You've got kids, you've got the elderly, you've got aunts, uncles. You're going into Christmas time. So everything that was going to sell that I never thought would sell was selling. And I was like, oh my gosh, we've got to get this out of storage. We've got more of this, we've got more of that. So the expectations, mine's still blown. Still don't understand it. Every single person that said the pop-up won't work, malls are dead in America, we proved them wrong. So independently owned, I'm definitely top 5. There is a very large store on the East Coast. I won't even give them the dignity to say their name, because every single post, all I keep reading is East Coast large store, East Coast large store, East Coast large store. Come March 5th, bud, you're gonna have to get in the back seat, bud, because we beat you. We beat you, we're more organized, and I'll stand by that forever.
What are you most excited about for March 5th?
March 5th, that's an easy one. Bringing the excitement to people. We live in an ugly world. We're just getting through the end of the COVID kind of mountain of pure shit. I don't know if I can say that, but I'm going to say I curse sometimes. But the pop-up store made me feel value. And not only, money is great, buying great things, traveling is great. I work with my mom, I work with my fiance, I work with my best friends. I literally had, like, in a blessed way, the best opportunity to live for the rest of my times. So when the pop-up store came up and you've got these people, you have no idea if he's had a bad morning, he's had a bad night, you don't know. They come in, they say, oh my God, I had this, oh my God, like that pure, it's pure happiness. Magnify that by 1,000,000 when they see what's gonna be at that store. That's Eternia dreams, that's exciting.
So that gives you a little bit of insight into what it's taken to get there and how hard the guy works.
Did we mention something? There's something I think we forgot to mention.
You're not talking about the day we joined a very special club, are you?
No. That's for another show. I was referring to people liking, sharing, and subscribing.
Oh yes.
Did we
By all
mention
means.
that?
In case we didn't,
We did. You should probably do that.
You
yes.
should absolutely
You're
do
also
that.
talking to the same guys who are trying to sell things for $15,000 over there at Alan's store.
that was fun. For those of you that did not see the. God.
The live stream.
The
Go
live
back
stream,
and see it.
Yeah, it's available on our Facebook page, and we were struggling to try and sell the two giant Masters of the Universe figures. They were only ever sold in Europe.
Because we lied to ourselves thinking we were going to get a 10% kickback.
We were hoping.
Yeah,
But he actually ended up selling those, and then the collector, as I understand it, who bought them, decided to sell them again. Alan has them back right now, selling them again. So they're still there, and I believe they're actually a little bit less this time.
Folks, if you're going to buy something, especially in the collector's market, make sure that you buy it and keep it. Because if you're going to resell it, somebody who is going to buy it from you is going to pay less than what you paid for it.
Absolutely. So there you go. But, we want a very special shout out. We've mentioned him before, but, our good buddy Colby Dove, the
Yes.
12-string wonder of the world,
Very nice guy.
is the guy who wrote our theme song that you hear, "Kid in the '80s," and allows us to use it. So shout out to him.
Yes, he does.
But we really wanted to highlight him a little bit more because he's a funny guy and everything else. And I think one of those things about the '80s.
Oh, he's a funny guy.
He is.
Does he amuse you?
He amuses me.
Does he make you laugh?
He does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he also is extremely talented, a great musician. And I think we all know in the '80s, music was everything, and MTV was everything.
Oh, of course.
Do you remember when you were introduced to MTV?
I was introduced to MTV through pro wrestling.
Really? Okay, so
Yeah.
you really... Well, I guess you were overseas, so I guess there was somewhat of a delay or whatever in MTV getting over there.
I don't necessarily remember. I think we were still... Or if we were not overseas, we were still in transit.
Gotcha.
I was introduced to MTV through the I don't know if it was the War to Settle the Score. It was Roddy Piper versus Hulk Hogan 1.
So it was... Yeah, okay. So it was...
And I was
stuff
real
with,
young at the time.
Yeah.
So I remember Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
I remember Wendy Richter. I remember all of that. And I remember MTV doing something with pro wrestling at that time.
I'm a few years older than you.
Yes, you are.
And so I actually do remember when MTV launched and the video killed the radio star, and when it was up for the very first time, and it was a big moment. But we decided, there were a lot of videos then that were made that.
Now, I do distinctly remember my parents telling me I couldn't watch MTV because there were 2 characters on MTV I wasn't allowed to watch.
Well, that would become a little bit later on.
Yes,
wasn't it?
even though it was a little bit later on, it is still our love letter to those wonderful characters.
It is. There is certainly a bit of that influence on this
Yes.
on this brand new segment here, where we will be highlighting some of the more interesting videos of the '80s. Ladies and gentlemen, up here joining Colby Dove this time will be the Masked Mullet for another episode of CTV.
Oh, it's 6:30.
That's 16:30.
Nancy, why is there a monkey in our bed?
Good night, honey.
He kissed the monkey.
He kissed the monkey.
That's not good. That
Is the
puts
monkey
a
gonna
bad
kiss
parameter.
Nancy?
Bad parameter on their
Yeah.
relationship.
Grumpy.
So these the puppets
Yes.
were actually taken from a UK TV show called Spitting Image,
Well, I'm glad you know
where
that.
they did parodies of things, political, entertainment, and that's where Phil and the boys were able to get all these wonderful puppets for this video.
I thought we just had the celebrities with a lot of Botox in them. That's
That's-
they kind of look like. So.
It is. I like how Phil's got his little butt crack chin there.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're pulling disembodied heads out of the
That's
swamp.
Swamp, yeah. We're going for the 80s sunglass look there, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going industrial.
It's amazing how many 80s videos had that like post-apocalyptic, like future is all death and destruction
Yeah.
kind of vibe. Man, Ron's sweating a storm. There's Ron's head.
Ron's head.
Oh, Nancy trying to take care
That's a
of him.
waterbed.
That is one hell of a waterbed. With a rubber duck.
Yeah. And the monkey. And the rubber duck's
Rubber
back.
duck. And monkeys, he's got some dance moves.
He does have dance moves. And a fried chicken for him. 80s clap going on.
You have the big 80s clap while Ron
Yeah.
puts on his tights.
Yeah. He looks good in spandex, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I like that the Mike Rutherford puppet seems to have stolen the guitar from Rick Nielsen, a cheap trick with this video. The 97 guitar necks.
Surprised we don't have Phil Collins trying to drum at this point.
He is in the background of some of the scenes.
Oh, is he? Oh,
is
we
on the
have double
drums.
Phil Collins.
Yep,
Okay,
yep,
there we
yep.
go.
Yep, Phil's playing dual roles in this.
Good.
I like that they even put like the 5 o'clock shadow on his puppet.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah, like the Easy Lover video.
Let's go the 80s clap going on here.
Yep.
There we go. We need one of your videos to have the 80s clapping in, you know. I think it'll work.
Yeah, I think we do. In fact, the whole video will just be like 3 minutes of
80s claps.
doing 80s claps. To
Okay,
the beat.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm not a cock.
Ron's just hanging out with a Triceratops.
Spock. Yeah, there we go.
Spock.
So Ron fell asleep again now, and now we got lizard. Although they're just dinosaurs.
Yeah, there's some kind of weird dinosaur romance.
And whatever that is.
It's like Salacious Crumb's, like, kind of special cousin.
Yeah. We had Rambo in the background there, and Nancy eating I don't know what.
And Nancy getting romanced by a dinosaur for some reason.
And the monkey's back with Ron.
Oh, Ron's coming out of the puddle of sweat.
Yep. It's a landline. Don't see them.
It is a landline. I love how at this point in the video you're starting to see all of the other celebrities that have been puppetized.
Yes.
It's like some weird acid trip version of We Are the World.
We are the world. We are the puppets.
And Phil doesn't even have sticks. He's just
he's just
going
he's
to
just
town.
beating the town. Ronnie's riding a Triceratops.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Alien heads now.
Oh, yeah. Skeksy's there for a second. I feel bad for the kid that had to put their actual hands in those creepy puppet hands. That child is scarred for life. Michael, little MJ,
Michael when he was dark.
Bob Dylan, Bill Cosby.
Is that Madonna?
I'm guessing Madonna.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's Madonna. Yeah.
I believe Hulk Hogan is stuck in here somewhere.
We don't need to see the yellow burning. Oh.
Ronnie woke up, shaking it off.
80 clap. There he's popping out of the water bed.
Morning, dear.
Hey, Nance, what a terrible dream. I'm parched. That's better.
He has a drinking problem.
I think he does. Oops, wrong button.
What was it?
Maybe.
That's one heck of a nurse.
Just say maybe, kids.
Yep.
As you can see, we definitely enjoyed ourselves, and that was our inaugural, not another episode of CTV.
Oh, yes, I apologize.
Yes,
I
that was the
apologize.
inaugural episode.
Well,
and,
you know.
And we appreciate
I've been editing 8 of them, so...
Yeah. It's just one right after another after another.
Absolutely. But so shout out to Colby Dove and to the Masked Mullet for being part of our inaugural voyage on CTV. And did you was that one of your favorite videos, Land of Confusion? Were you a Genesis fan?
I am a Genesis fan to a point. Believe it or not, I've explored all of Genesis catalog from when they were with Peter Gabriel to
some of that early stuff is really good.
It was really different too, and you might get to see our good friend Peter Gabriel here as the extension of Genesis. But yeah, my Genesis catalog is really large. And I was kind of impressed to see, oh yeah, I remember all of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, my mother was a Genesis fan, my uncle was a Genesis fan. I kind of slowly became a Genesis fan, and then I got to see some of Genesis's earlier stuff, and the fact that Phil Collins was still out there doing the thing until recently, I believe he retired, is a testament to his work ethic.
Sadly, physically, he can't go anymore. There's nothing wrong with the man's mind. If you hear him speak, he just physically the touring and everything else, he can't even drum anymore.
Yeah, and I can understand where he's coming from because it gets rough after a while.
Yeah. So. So Phil, thank you for all the memories and all the music, and also to you. I guess I should. You've been thanks to your time in the service and your service to our nation.
You're welcome.
You have your own set of physical difficulties at times, and thank you again for your service. I know we're a little late in November to do it, but I think it warrants mentioning. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. And from me and from the community, I don't speak for the community. I only speak for myself. I want to thank all the veterans who are still out there doing the thing. And we strongly encourage from 80s Allies, go use your benefits, go use your GI Bill, go do something.
Absolutely.
And a special shout out to Mr. Uncle Bob, who we're going to see here recently, or
soon enough,
because he's off doing his own project. So Uncle Bob, we hope to see you soon too.
Yeah, we have a lot of good stuff coming up this season, guys. We're introducing you to some new stores, some new friends that we've made. We will be highlighting one of our favorite shows and showing what it takes to put it on and the setup and everything for it. All kinds of cool things coming up. One of the things I wanted to mention, for those of you that follow us on a regular basis, you'll know that in the interim between seasons, we put out a little bit of information about something old that came back.
Yes.
In the stinky stickers, scratch and sniff stickers, very popular in the 80s. Well, the reason I'm bringing them up is because they also had put out a second wave that had some holiday stickers and a little album, one associated with Halloween. These have already been retired for the season.
Oh, wow. May I?
Yes.
Cool.
And then there are still out there a couple of Christmas stickers. It's the little peppermint ones and the Christmas tree ones, and this little story album that has the characters in it and so on and so forth.
Now, what are children supposed to do with this?
So what these are places where you can put your stickers.
Oh!
And you'll notice that the pages are smooth. That's so you can take the sticker out to trade it and, move them back and forth and such.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, so that's what these are for. That's what they were for back in the day as well. But nevertheless, this has already been retired for this year. So next year, my understanding is from Trend that they're going to bring the Halloween stickers back along with this album. But if you still want to get in, if you're looking for a special gift, again, it's Black Friday. If you're looking for something interesting and something that'll be going away until next year, pick up the Christmas album, pick up the Christmas stickers that go with it. I think that the packs of stickers are like $4 a piece. This is like $7. You can go on trendenterprises.com and order them.
Now, if you'll notice the size.
Yes, these are little guys.
This size, fits snugly in a thing,
In a little stocking.
As if it was a
little stocking stuffer.
You could stuff it into something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get some stickers.
Yeah, let me see those stickers
Absolutely.
real quick.
Because
you just take the stickers, you put it inside the book right there, you slide it in, and boom. Because one thing that I do like about this is they've got a natural crease there where the staple is, so it's not affecting the collector at all. And it's just very, very nice of how it sits on the table, and you could just take your stickers, put it in there, slide it in, and you're not hurting anything.
One of the things I want to point out about Trend is that, if for those that did not see our original review, is they're a company whose primary function is to produce and provide support materials to teachers.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah,
you can even
go.
display your stickers.
Absolutely.
Look.
Yeah. So they don't necessarily do a lot of major advertising. So we just want to point out that if you have somebody in your life that was in that elementary school age around from about 1978 to 1984, they know what these are.
Yes.
Okay. They collected these. They had these, and this would be. They probably don't know that they've reissued these. So if you're looking for one of those stocking stuffers, that's just something really, really cool that you could put out there that people are not necessarily aware of.
Yeah.
You could pick these up, put them in there, and really shock your favorite 80s person with giving them something that they would remember fondly from their childhood.
And the academic community, because these are academia
absolutely.
At its base level, there is a community out there who is studying smells and trying to recreate smells from the 18th, 19th, and 20th centuries.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes. They're trying to recreate how perfume would smell, or how leather would smell, or wood would smell of that time.
Boy, that's a real interesting... Yeah, okay, I get it.
So it kind of makes you wonder where this would fit in.
It's funny you say that, because the people that I know... I'm part of a collectors group that collects this stuff. The people that are in that group, one of the very first things we did when we got them was rip them open. Mm-hmm. And how close was it to the original? Because, of course, 40, 50 years have gone by in some cases. And obviously, the same people that made the scents back then, they're not around.
Right.
So these had to be replicated. How close did they get, etc. And it was, in some cases, man, they were really it was dead on, and others it was a little off, but in some cases it was improved. Like I thought the spaghetti one I thought went from being great back in the day to absolutely unstoppable now. It's incredible.
Because there's five. We all have five senses. You can emulate sight. You can emulate feel. You can emulate taste. You can emulate what something sounds like. Smell is the hardest thing to emulate, and the fact that these people are going out and doing the thing to and bringing that history and nostalgia to you is a great thing.
You know, one of the things that you mentioned...
Didn't have a real ending line to that.
Gotcha.
Just kind of just rolled with it.
The funny thing, too, you mentioned, academia studying smells, old smells and such. It's interesting to me because I remember reading somewhere way back in my college days when I was in psychology that the olfactory sense, your sense of smell, is the one that is most closely connected to memory.
Yes, it is.
So it's not shocking to me that they're studying smells because they have an extreme amount of importance to us as human beings and everything in terms of our memory and such. So there you go, guys. That's just a little bit. We've got a whole lot more coming.
Oh,
from
very
Trend.
We should probably wrap it up because we tied a long kite tail at the end of
this.
We
did. We really, really did. But it's Adrian was not here. No, there's something happened to him. I don't know what it was. Apparently, he had an encounter with LarMan last season, and all of a sudden he's just disappeared. We don't know where Adrian is.
I don't know. I haven't seen LarMan to tell you.
No, you haven't seen LarMan.
I haven't seen LarMan at all. I quite frankly don't know who the hell you're talking about.
Well, in any case, I don't know what LarMan's going to do without his assistant. I guess we're gonna have to find out. But that concludes our show. So for Larry, it's Jim. For Jim, it's Larry. And we will see you next time.
I just don't get it, cousin. I really don't. Like, I love what I do here. I love everything, but I'm not on here as much as I want to be.
Now, I'll explain this to you. I'm telling you now, you just don't have it, kid.
What do you mean I don't have it?
You don't have the charismas.
I mean, look at how I'm dressed. I have it.
You can't be on the show.
What?
You have to have talent. You know what? This is not good, man.
That's bad.
This whole mess, just trying to find a replacement for Adrian. This headache just won't go away, and I got.
In a world where people take pills that aren't marked.
It's marked. What the hell are they talking about?
Somebody needs public service announced.
Comes a man ready to stop it all. It's LarMan.
No. You're not getting me with this. It clearly says aspirin right there. It's not unmarked. Everything's fine. Everything's safe. We don't need any public service announcement or anything like that. It's not my fault. You couldn't keep your little assistant because you blowed him up.
But...
Don't give me anything. I saw what happened to Adrian. You blew him up last season. I'm not getting blown up. I know how to read directions. Aspirin, right on the side. Nothing going on here. Too bad. What's all the sour face for?
But, how are we going to tell the little boys and girls what's happening and how are we gonna make this famous?
I have no idea.
Hey, this is my chance. This is my chance.
What is he doing?
I'm gonna be famous. This is my chance to be on the Disney Plus.
See, children, there is a reason why you should not take what's marked or not marked on the pills because you don't understand exactly what is going to happen.
Let me explain what you just did. You just took Adrian's extra strength laxative. was that?
See, children, what you don't understand is when you start taking things out of medicine chests and you put them in your system, horrible things can happen to you. Oh, that sounds horrible. Follow me, children.
No, we're not.
Oh, the children are following me. Now you see, boys and girls, you should not go into mommy and daddy's medicine chest and pull out any random thing and just to randomly throw down your throat, hoping that something will happen. It is not a toy. It is not candy. It is something that can awfully happen to you, just like it's happening to my assistant, the Blue Flamer, I guess is my new assistant? My wonderful assistant, Blue Flamer. How's it going in there, Blue Flamer? And what have we learned today?
Don't take pills that don't belong to you and that are not marked.
And there you go, children. Don't take pills that don't belong to you and that are especially not marked. As you can hear, the Blue Flamer has decided to purge his system. And this has been your public service announcement from LarMan.
I gotta clean that up.
Probably.
Look, I don't. You've got to get back here, all right? No. He's already adopted this new sidekick now. He's using Flamer. We can't have this. No, he just exploded in my bathroom. This is not. Adrian. No, I don't care that you're hiding. You have to get back here. Hello.
It didn't work. Hang on.
Mullet. I'm gonna need something stronger than the pills.
I got scotch.
There's no good coming of this.
We played outside with sticks and dirt till the sun fell from the sky. But knowing half the battle made us more than meets the eye. It was dangerous to go alone unless you had a wooden sword. The only selfies that we took were made with Polaroid. Time will come and time will go. The years will pass us by. When I think about it, it always makes me smile. You might think the decade you grew up in was the greatest. There was nothing better than growing up as a kid in the 80s. Baseball games and swimming helped us waste our summer days. Hanging out in shopping malls and losing quarters in arcades. The roller rink on Friday night, the next night SNL. And Sunday night with the Simpsons meant your weekend was shot to hell. Time will come and time will go. The years will pass us by. When I think about it, you know it always makes me smile. You might think the decade you grew up in was the greatest. But there was nothing better than growing up as a kid in the 80s. We wondered what would happen if Hogan wrestled Blair. Would Wiley catch the Roadrunner or hold a side up in midair?